Hey everybody! All right, so we are going to dive right into Photoshop. Um, Please look over all this information. I know it's kind of a lot, but this is in lieu of a book, all right? Um, we're going to talk about all this information today, but this is the most important thing. I want you all to get to know the toolbox, all right? These are the tools that we're going to initially discuss, and we're going to get started right now. All right, our first real project is to build a surreal hand and object. Okay, so the first step is to open Photoshop. Okay, we're going to open Photoshop. Your landing page will look something like this. We are going to start out opening that hand JPEG that I put in our folder. Where is it? All right, there is our hand. Okay, so as with most Adobe software, if you roll your cursor over each one of these items in the toolbox, it's going to give you a cool little thumbnail and explanation of what that tool does. So just roll your cursor over and start noticing what each of these do. So let's get started. All right, here we have a cupped hand. Please reread the instructions as needed, okay? We're going to be creating a multi-layer document within Photoshop. This is a surreal project, okay? Surrealism is a style in art and literature which images, in this case, are combined in a strange way. You are going to pick an object that wouldn't normally be in a cupped hand. Think super big, think weird. I don't want to see a cup or a coffee mug, okay? Think surreal. All right, let's jump back to Photoshop. So here is our cupped hand. We are going to pop out our layer panel. We're going to be working in layers today. So come up here to Window. Come down here to layers. Here is our layer panel. You'll notice that this hand is considered the background. That's fine. We want to use this little icon, the lock icon, and unlock that. As soon as we unlock that, this hand becomes layer 0. That's perfect. We want to get rid of all this white space. In order to do that, we're going to choose the Magic Wand tool. We're just going to click on this white space, and you will notice this is Photoshop's way of designating the selected area. These cute little marching ants. All right, that lets you know that this white area is completely selected. Okay, we're going to hit Delete on your keyboard. See this checkerboard pattern? That lets us know that there is nothing back there. All we have here is a hand with nothing. This is like your key to having a transparent background, this checkerboard. All right, so we're going to deselect this, come up here to select, and deselect. No more marching ants, all right? I'm going to do that again. Deselect. Yay! All right, here we have this layer 0. Want you guys to find a cool background for this. I'm going to upload this demo directly to our folder, and it will be exactly what I'm demoing right now. Okay, so I'm going to look for a tie-dye background. All right. This is super easy. Just go into your search engine, whatever search engine you like, and click. I'm using Chrome, so I'm just going to click Images. That's going to give me a little bit more movability and ease. navigating all this stuff. All right, so I'm going to click on one of these backgrounds, okay? I'm going to click on it so it gives me a larger image or a larger resolution image of the image in the thumbnail, all right? So I'm just going to drag and drop this into our Photoshop file. You'll notice that this is a little bit too small because I want your background to go entirely behind the hand and covering the whole artboard. All right, so to do that, I'm going to come up here to Edit, Transform, and Scale. That's going to allow me to mess around with the size of this image. And I'm just going to grab one of these corners and drag it as big as this artboard or document size. It's okay if you go over the size of the artboard, you just need to make it as big as the artboard, okay? Don't have it like this. Have it as big as the artboard. And it doesn't matter what it looks like, it's fine, okay? So now you notice that your bounding box still isn't set. Hit return. Yes, that's exactly what you want. Now we are going to drag layer 1, which is your background, behind layer 0, all right? I'm going to make sure my layer 1 is selected. You can toggle back and forth just so you get the hang of this. I'm going to drag this. See my little blue halo? That lets me know, yeah, you're messing around with the layer order. I'm going to put it right there. What? Okay, I'm going to do that again. This is how it was. I'm going to drag this, I'm holding my mouse down, and I'm going to drop it behind layer 0. You guys are going to get the hang of this. Please read that intro to Photoshop. Layers act as mirrors, okay? Layers of glass, layers of glass. So your hand is up here, your background is below, all right? All right, so now the next part of the project is to grab something unusual and put it in this cupped hand, okay? So I'm going to choose something really weird like penguins. Penguins on white background, okay? This just makes it easier for you guys to do, and it gives you a white background that we will replicate the same exact process and steps that we just went through. Okay, so I'm going to go to images. I have lots of cute little penguins here. I'm going to choose this one, and once again I'm going to drag and drop. I'm going to grab my move tool. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to move those penguins up a little bit, right? I'm going to come up here to Edit, Transform, because I want them to be a little bit bigger, and I want them to look like they're sitting in the cupped hand. Scale. I'm going to scale that up just a little bit. That might look kind of cool. Okay. Once again, my bounding box is selected. I'm going to hit return. Now I'm going to put layer 2 on top of layer 0. Dragging, see my little blue halo? And I'm going to drop it on top of my hand. I can move it around. Yeah, that's cool. Yep, exactly right. I'm going to use my magic wand tool once again. I'm going to click on that white space. Okay, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to go in, also I'm going to fix some of these other areas that are white to make it look real. And maybe that little shadowy area. Okay, deselect. This is a good little teachable moment. Deselect. Oops, right here. Now I'm going to take the eraser tool because I don't need any of this stuff or that little black line. So I'm going to take my eraser tool. Yep. And I'm going to erase some of this extra stuff that I don't need or don't want. Okay. I'm going to use my move tool and I'm going to move this over just a little bit so it looks kind of like it might be sitting in the palm of the hand. Right? I'm going to use my eraser tool and I'm going to erase some of this stuff, like the thumb, part of that little thumb knob thing. Thumb knuckle, is it a thumb knuckle? All right, kind of like that, and maybe erase this little bit right here. And you're finished, basically, all right? So your layer 2 should be your object. You can toggle this on and off if you want. This right here lets you know that, oh yeah, your layer 2 is visible. Click on that, oh, your penguins disappear, or whatever your object is, okay? Toggle this on and off, yeah. And then your background, yeah. All right, so at this stage, we have 3 layers. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. When you save a multi-layer document, keep it as a Photoshop file, all right? So here we have hands and penguins, okay? PSD is the file extension for Photoshop. So I'm going to hit save. Yep. Yeah, just hit OK. All right. So that saves my multi-layer Photoshop document. I want you guys to flatten this because many times if you upload a multi-level document to Canvas, it's going to be huge and I'm not going to be able to open it. You have to finish this step, all right? Come right here to the little hamburger menu within your layers panel, okay? Click on that. You're going to see an option to say flatten image. Your flattened image might be up here somewhere, but mine is down here, all right? So I'm going to flatten this image. You'll notice that all my layers have flattened into one. Okay, I'm going to do that again. Flatten image. That's going to allow me to save this as a lower resolution image as a PNG or a JPEG, right? So I'm going to come up here to Save As, and I'm going to save this as a PNG, okay? Save. Large file is fine. And you're done, all right? So re-watch this as many times as you need to. Split the screen if you need to while you're working on Photoshop, and you can watch my tutorial. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon.